Here's another story for you with a tie in to Palm Desert's infamous Highway 74 and an inheritance. Jinjara Mitchell has an account on TikTok and also on Instagram. She's an actress and a filmmaker, and she shares her story on these, which is really a wild one. I applaud her courage in sharing it because parts of it must be very difficult to talk about, including her mother's abuse and the secrecy around her father's death. Well, there's a lot here, but I'll just give you some of it. Her mother, Luann Mitchell, was and is quite a character. Her husband, Fred Mitchell, was also Jinjara's father, had cystic fibrosis, and despite a lot of medical intervention, died early at age 51. And this was in 1998. He owned his family's meatpacking business in Canada, which he grew into something very remarkable. His wife, Luann, inherited everything and she took over the business. She claims to have dramatically increased its value after she took it over and then sold it 4 years later for several $1 million. She then went on a very big spending spree, including mansions in Canada and one in the very expensive and exclusive Bighorn Golf Club in Palm Desert. And this is on Highway 74. I've not been in there, but have seen pictures, and it does look magnificent, especially if you have a budget of about 5 million to 25 million to spend on your house. Luann then began a career as a motivational speaker and telling people all about how she achieved her success. She also wrote a book and had appeared in several stories on TV and in magazines. She was named Canada's #1 female entrepreneur. And yet, according to her daughter, she was not an easy person to live with. And they're estranged now. And also, several years later, the mansions were foreclosed on. The Ferraris and the Rolls Royces were gone, which makes the #1 entrepreneur title a bit suspect. I'm not sure how many millions she blew through, but it has to have been staggering because that amount took several generations, several decades to build. When we do an estate plan, we take things like this into account. People generally want to preserve their wealth for several generations, and there's really no reason they can't with the right planning. And also, check out Jinjara Mitchell's story on her TikTok and Instagram, which I'll also post in the notes.